Hello dear friends, so welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard and I'm here to revise my mathematics. So if you would like to join me, you're the most welcome. So today I'm doing quadratic equations, or if you want polynomials and simultaneous equations. Okay, so these are the things that I will do. And to solve quadratic equations, you need to know how to factorize. So factorization and completing the square. And what else do you need? You need to know how to factorize, how to also expand. That's the inverse of factorization. And so something that we also need to know is inequalities. Inequalities. So sometimes you don't have equations, but you have inequalities, but still in the form of polynomials or quadratic inequalities, and they might be simultaneous equations. It means that you have two equations with unknowns and you have to know where they intersect. So the solution set for these simultaneous equations. So these are just here what we have. These are just tools like how to manipulate the numbers. And I just made a video about inequalities. So inequalities can be tricky sometimes if you have to divide or multiply by a negative number. So in that situation, you have to reverse, so change the direction of the inequality. All right, so that's about it for an introduction of what I want to do. So I will do some exercises. Hopefully I will not make any error, and from that we'll see. Okay, so here is what I was looking for. I will pause it and come back. Okay, so here we are. So first thing is we have to solve by factorizing. So we have number one, we have a, and we have this equation given, this quadratic equation given to us, minus 3. Oh, I'll do something. I'm sorry about that. I just want to have a better presentation, so let's start over. So I have x squared plus 2x, it's 2x, yes, minus 35 is equal to 0. So what I have to do, I have to solve this quadratic equation. So I see there is minus 35 here and 2x here. So if I want to solve it like that, I need to get x here. I have to get another x here is equal to 0. So here is plus a and plus b. So that's the form of it. So then a is going to be any value here and b is going to be any value here. So we are not there yet. So what I'm going to do is, I see that the product of a and b, so a times b is equal to minus 35. So what can be a and b? So it can be 1 times this 35, of course. 1 should be negative to have a negative answer, but it can be also 3 times 7, yes, minus 3 times 7, for example. So this one looks better, because if I have the difference of it, I will get 2, which is here. Okay, so for that reason, if I make a plus b, I'm going to have 2. So if I have 7 and I minus what? Sorry, that's 5. So if I have 7 and I minus 5, so I will get 2. So I'm going to use this. I have x plus 7 and then x minus 5. So if I do like this, so I will expand this. So how x squared minus 5x plus 7x, yeah, minus 35 is equal to 0. So if I solve this, I get x squared plus 2x minus 35 is equal to 0. So this is the same equation that was given to me. So which means that this is good. This is good. I managed to put it in this form, factorized form, and so now we can solve the problem. So I will erase what we don't need. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. That was just to prove that it's correct. And I'll take something to write. So if I have this equation, yeah. So I will write it here, right in the original equation. I can say that x is equal to minus 7 and x is equal to 5. So this is a solution set of this quadratic equation. Alright, so that was me doing some practice, yeah, for solving quadratic equations. But if you want to stay with me, I'm going to do some other exercises. So just a moment. Yeah, that's correct. I just checked the answer in the book. So the book says that it's correct. So it's not me who is saying that it's correct, but it's the book who is saying this. Which is saying this, yeah. Let's take another example. Here I have x squared plus 8x yeah, x squared plus 8x minus 9 is equal to 0. So again, I have a times b is equal to minus 9 and a plus b is equal to 8. Yeah. So how can I get the minus 9? I can have minus 3 times 3, but the product of the how to say the subtraction, no, the addition will not give us 8, right? Will it? No, I'm afraid no. So but if we have, for example, minus 1 times 9, we might get 8. So for that reason, I'm going to say that we can have plus 9 here and minus 1. Let's try to see if it's correct. So we have x times x squared, x times minus 1 minus x, and 9 times x, it's going to be plus 9x, and 9 times minus 1 is going to be minus 9. So if I solve this, I get x squared plus 8x minus 9, which is the same as our original equation. For that reason, I know that this is the right way, sorry, to factorize this equation, quadratic equation. So we're going to get rid of all the things that we don't need so that we can solve the problem in a clean way or clean manner. So we have this. I'll just recopy it, and I'm going to get rid of that. Normally you don't have to hide your workouts, but it's just that I want to make it clear for everybody. So x is equal to 1. So this should be the solution set for this quadratic equation. Let me check, and that's second exercise, and that's correct. All right, so that was the second quadratic equation. So I hope you enjoy this, me solving some quadratic equations by factorization. Factorization. Yeah. So hope that you got this as well, and thank you. Cheers.